You know, the best and the worst thing about this age we live in is the way that Star Wars is now crammed into everything, everywhere, all the time. Even if you love it, you're probably on the edge of a little too much of it. So join me, won't you, as I somehow make it even worse. Welcome to the next level. I'm George Frankly, this is Blast Processing, and whenever I'm not complaining about how bad and oversaturated Star Wars is, I'm hard at work cramming it back into everything I do because I love it and it's always great all the time. For nearly a decade now, I've hosted friends and family for New Year's and celebrated by queuing up the original Star Wars so that the Death Star explodes precisely at midnight. It was a great tradition that grew into a few variations thanks to the catalog of Star Wars films available to us. I've seen a couple different takes on this concept with music and movies in the last year or two, and I'm taking it upon myself to lay out the quick, easy, and utterly absolutely comprehensively definitive guide to why Star Wars is the ideal way to ring in the new year, and how best to enjoy it. Few things are as universal, ubiquitous, or uneven in quality as the Star Wars trilogy. Trilogies. Trilogy. Triple triad? No. For the people who love it to death, there's plenty of weirdness and variety to choose from. For the people who are getting tired of it these days, there's still enough classic and truly iconic moments to have a good time. And for the people who never like Star Wars, there's the fucking door. Who the hell let you in my house? Every Star Wars movie has a climactic special effects extravaganza moment somewhere to punctuate the highs or lows of the saga. You can use those moments as your big New Year's ball drop by starting the movie at exactly the right time. You can even mix it up with comedy commentary tracks, like the classic Mystery Science Theater crew at Riff Tracks, or the dignified motion picture historians at Red Letter Media.
Star Wars! Oh yeah, I fucking love Star Wars! I love Star Wars!
There's enough Star Wars movies out there that each one can give your New Year's bash a different flavor. Here's how each of them can work for you. First up is the classic, A New Hope, the old reliable. Start the film at 10:02 p.m. and 40 seconds to cue up the Death Star to explode at midnight. Simple, flashy, and to the point, it's a satisfying bang that turns the trench run into a real countdown. If you want something a bit more interesting, try Return of the Jedi for the Death Star remix. Start Episode 6 at 9:56 and 52 seconds, and a Death Star explodes at the end again, but this time you get to count down as the Millennium Falcon tries to outrun the flames with Lando and Lando and his co-pilot. Look, I've read a lot of books, but I've never had to say some of these things out loud before. Now, those were Death Stars. This is Starkiller Base. And this is The Force Awakens, the modern twist. Press play on Episode 7 at 10 o'clock and 8 seconds, and Starkiller Base explodes at midnight. It's kind of a burpy, lingering explosion. It's fine, though. Kids, newcomers to the series, or adult products of homeschooling will all find this one easy to get into. Now, if you've got a fun crowd that doesn't take itself too seriously, then try The Phantom Menace. Make it weird. The vaguely ball-shaped droid control ship explodes at midnight if you start the film at 9:56 and 31 seconds. Watch a small child end a planetary occupation before stardom destroys his life, and then celebrate with the Gungans. Gungas?
The Gungas.
As the droids fall apart for the new year. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
That's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
That's gonna be.
Now, those are all the obvious, big exploding ball in space approaches. Maybe that's not what you're into. Maybe you want something a bit less flashy, a bit more down to earth. Maybe you want something that really connects on a human level, or at least gets you instant prequel memes karma. You want Revenge of the Sith. Go weirdly dark. Press play at 10 o'clock and 22 seconds, and then sit back. Start counting down from 10 when Obi-Wan says he has the high ground, and then ring in the new year the moment all of Anakin's limbs go flying. God bless you, Hayden Christensen. They gave you a shit script and you hammed it into pure gold. Now that's true alchemy. Now if only you could turn sand into a less tired joke.
Well, you know, it's not very smooth. It doesn't really stay in one place, so I'm not such a big fan of it myself.
But say you don't have all night. Say you're just having a quick visit with friends.
Say you're out for a beer.
Say you still want some Star Wars. You need Empire Strikes Back, the Fast Track Variety Pack. Pick a moment earlier in the film to queue up, and you don't have to start nearly as far in advance. For the fastest option, start the movie at 11:30 and 38 seconds to ring in midnight with the explosion of the first tripped AT-AT walker. For something in the middle, go for the moment the space worm goes to chomp down on the Falcon by starting at 10:59 and 9 seconds. You can count down while they fly out. Or, for something a bit more chill, press play at 10:47 and 13 seconds to make it the moment Yoda sets down the X-Wing after lifting it out of the swamp. So there you go, a wealth of options anybody can have fun with, unless you don't like fun. Fortunately, that's covered too, with The Last Jedi. Maybe you don't like fun. If the Empire Strikes Back options were too quick for you or the other films sound too exciting or too memorable, you can queue up The Last Jedi so that the clock strikes 12 just as Fleet Admiral Dr. Bubblegum whatever launches her hyperspace kamikaze straight into the plot of the film. The moment the movie goes dead silent and the flagship is hit, you and any friends still awake can raise your glasses together with a hearty shout of, "Hyperspace doesn't work that way." Last but not least, there's the simplest one of all, Attack of the Clones. Maybe don't. Don't do this one. It's easy. This is the easiest of the bunch. Just don't do it. Don't watch this movie. And that's how you plan out a Star Wars New Year's for friends and family. Whether they're weirdos who are indifferent to the classic film saga, or they're dysfunctional obsessives who are so drenched in Star Wars that they named their pets after it. That's right. This is my dog. His name is Star Wars. I've been George Frankly, and you're watching Blast Processing. Subscribe for more dysfunctional pop culture nonsense, tell your friends, and I'll see you in the next level. Sit, Star Wars, sit. Good dog.